Good afternoon, Magnolites. Today is Monday. I am the ring-lit Mr. Loper, and this is Hey, What's Going On? Your weekly announcements. As I said, got a little bit of an upgrade here with my tech. I now have a ring light, so I'm a very fashion-forward YouTuber. Anyway, on to our announcements. So today is National Cotton Candy Day, and I pride myself on being able to eat an entire glob of cotton candy in one bite. It's disgusting. Future Mr. Loper, put in a clip of that right now. Anyway, let's continue on. So the fun fact of the day is dentist William Morrison and confectioner John C. Wharton invented machine-spun cotton candy. Not cotton candy in general, that's been around for a while. However, it was actually kind of like a rich treat for people who had a lot of money. But once these two people, and again, a dentist came up with this, they made machine-spun cotton candy. Everybody could have it because it was finally cheap to make. Their invention introduced cotton candy to a wider audience at the 1904 World's Fair as fairy floss, which is apt. It's usually pink or blue and looks very, let's say, ethereal. And hey, it's not your normal candy, right? So they called it fairy floss. Fairgoers loved it so much that they bought over 68,000 boxes during the World's Fair for 25 cents a box. That's pretty cheap compared to today's standards. As for birthdays, this week on December 10th, we have that of our wonderful Mrs. Anastasia over in 5th grade. It is her birthday. So on Thursday, December 10th, make sure you wish Mrs. Anastasia a happy birthday, folks. Last but not least, upcoming important events, This week begins trimester 2, count them 2. So make sure to do your best. Also this week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have parent-teacher conferences. So that means we're gonna have half days for school. So yay, half days. Anyway, and now on to my favorite segment, music puns. All right, so how do you wake up Lady Gaga? You poke her face. What type of soap did the composer use? Antibacterial. Ha. And last but not least, why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella? Faux drizzle. All right, people, on to the gym team. I'll see you in a few. Adios.
What's going on, Magnolia? Mr. Carpenter here with this week's installment of Sports Corner. I'm flying solo today. Mr. Johnson couldn't be here today, and Mr. Sperling's not here on Monday, so I figured I'd just go ahead and record the video myself. So Mr. Johnson texted me his picks, just like he did last week, and same with Mr. Sperling. So let's recap what happened last week. Last week, I went undefeated and was able to bounce back. So I am at 34 wins, 8 losses, and 1 tie. Mr. Johnson is the exact same record with 34 wins, 8 losses, and 1 tie. And Mr. Sperling's hanging in there at 12 wins, finally broke the double-digit mark in the win column, and 8 losses, which have mostly been because of the disappointment of the Philadelphia Eagles, which I'll get to that in a moment. So with that said, this week's picks for Week 14, for me, I think there's no way Philadelphia's going to be able to beat New Orleans. I mean, they got pretty well handled by the Packers last week, which I predicted. So Saints, I'm going Tennessee. I think Tennessee is a strong team. I think they win this week. I'm picking them. I'm also picking the Seahawks because they're playing the Jets. So I think Seattle's going to bounce back after that disappointing loss to the New York Giants. And Seattle's at home against the Jets. So I think that's a pretty safe bet. And then I'm going to stick with Green Bay for another week because they look pretty impressive. When I watched them beat the Eagles up, I was like, they might win the Super Bowl. So with that said, New Orleans, Tennessee, Seattle, and Green Bay. And Mr. Johnson is very similar in that regard, 2 of the same picks. He believes that there's no way the Eagles can beat New Orleans. He agrees with me on that. He's also sticking with Green Bay like I did. And he's going to go with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers is one of his picks this week, which I think is a pretty solid pick. And then he's going with Atlanta, which I find curious. But the Chargers are pretty bad, so maybe if it's more of a matchup pick, I think that's what Mr. Johnson's thinking in that regard. Also, let's get to Mr. Sterling's picks. Mr. Sperling is picking the Philadelphia Eagles. I guess he's a glutton for punishment. He thinks they could beat the Saints. I don't know. Green Bay, he's sticking with. That's a smart pick. And Kansas City, which, pretty smart pick. And he's going with Seattle as well. I think he has the same strategy I'm thinking too, as well as me. Like I just feel like the Jets are so bad. There's no way they're going to be able to beat a playoff contender like Seattle Seahawks, especially since Seattle's at home. So that's this week's Sports Corner. Look forward to seeing you next week. See you later.
And that was the gym team with their Sports Corner. Now on to Miss Arkema with a smart sketch. Go check it out.
Greetings, Mustangs. It's Miss Arkema with a weekly smart sketch for you. So what you're going to need is a piece of paper and, of course, a pencil and an eraser. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to begin by drawing a large oval in the center of our paper. Okay, a large oval. Okay, I'm going to draw nice and light until I get it right. Then I will go to marker and press a little darker. Okay, so there I go. There is my large oval. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to draw kind of like a lowercase letter M right here where the top of the, near the top part of the oval, okay? A lowercase m, like so. All right, now I'm going to take this center part of my M, I'm going to bring it down and around to meet this side. And right here, same thing, down and around over to meet that side. Now I am going to draw 2 circles inside of those ovals. Okay, and you can color them in black. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw another oval going the opposite direction, more horizontal, right down here. Right about here. Okay. Oh my goodness, where are we going with this? Once again, we do not know. Okay, then we're going to draw 2 diagonal lines at the top of our oval, like so. Oh my, what's it going to be? Is it an alien? I'm not sure. Actually, I'm going to add some more lines on here. Oh my goodness gracious. Now I see. It's kind of looking like a caribou. What's a caribou? A caribou is a reindeer, folks. Did you know that they are referred to as caribous in North America? But in Europe, they are called reindeer. Okay, so for the ears, boys and girls, you're just going to kind of do like a lemon or football shape going off on each side. Okay, you're gonna bring the neck down with 2 vertical lines all the way down to the bottom of the paper, like that. And then of course we have to add a scarf to keep our caribou warm. I am going to, instead of doing a straight line, I'm gonna do a slight curve down here for the scarf. Okay, like that. One that's gonna be perpendicular below, like that. Then where each of these vertical lines are, I need to come out and down, over and down to meet, and then I have to do some erasing of these necklines that are showing. Okay, then I'm going to have my scarf go over to the edge. I'm going to do a wavy line like that. The bottom is going to run perpendicular to that, like so. I'm going to connect the 2. Another part of my scarf coming out up here, and of course the fringe. Okay. Another fun fact, boys and girls, both male and female caribou have antlers. Okay, when you are all done drawing your caribou, you can outline with a Sharpie or a black marker over top of all of those magical pencil lines that you took your time drawing. Okay, when you're all done, you will be left with something that looks like this. You can take your eraser, get rid of any pencil marks that may be still showing, and then you can finally add some color of your own. And that is it for this week, folks. Happy December.
And that was another awesome smart sketch from the ever wonderful Miss Arkema. So people, that does bring us unfortunately to the end. Oh, I know, say it ain't so, don't go. The end of another Hey, What's Going On? But before we get out of here, normally I say something inspiring or nice or that I'm proud of you, which I am. But instead, I have a different assignment for you this time. I want you to go find someone in your life and tell them that you're in their corner, that you're proud of them, that you have their back. Because whether you are 6 or 600, you need people in your life, and you need people that care about you. And so I want you to go tell somebody that you care about them and make their day. All right, people, you've got a week ahead of you. Make it a good one. I'll see ya later.